Welcome everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood Mick, and today we are doing a tutorial video for the Save Wizard slash, I guess you can call it Game Genie, Game Shark, for the PS4. One of my commenters on a previous video where I was kind of playing around and I had used the cheats for this game, it was Kingdom Hearts. So the commenter AJ DeNofa, hopefully I pronounced that right, apologize if I didn't, asked to do a tutorial because he's having trouble using this program as well. So you're going to need a few things if you want to do this. So the first thing you're going to need is a little USB stick. I have one that's going to be shown a little bit later in the video. It gives you all the details. It's pretty much a scan disc, regular USB stick. 32 gigabytes is what I usually use. Just so that way I can drop a bunch of saves on there and not really have to worry about save space. The program is relatively user-friendly. You can't mess it up unless you're diving into the save file itself and editing a bunch of values. Long story, we're not covering that. So you're going to need that. The other thing I want to point out is, let me show. I am doing this on a PS5. So while the steps are going to be pretty much the same, they're going to be slightly different. Everything's pretty much where it's supposed to be. You know, you're going to need to go to the settings in order to do it. Save file. You're going to be able to want to take that save file off, put it onto the USB stick, and then when you're done, take it off. Then we're going to go to the laptop, that's where I have mine, and run the program. As you'll see later on in the video, that's exactly how we're going to do it. Then you got to come back, but there's some small details you want to make sure when you're adding the cheats, which I'll cover once the save file uploads. Then we'll go from there. Okay? Okay, so as we can see here, just starting the game, 12 seconds, minutes, 12 minutes in, did the whole intro. I'm at Mount Olympus. Let me just kind of give you an idea. Look at Sora's weapons, doesn't have anything. Donald's weapons, doesn't have anything, just the staff. So this is pretty much just starting out of the game. You can even see money is at 6. Stats, pretty much see all level 1, just beginning. Okay. We're gonna go add in our cheats and we're gonna go from there. So I'm also an idiot. I had totally forgot that I can't save wherever I want. So I had to run up the walls to get up to this point. So as you will be able to see, got a save file because I need the save file to actually take off of the system in order to do the cheats. So here we go. Okay, so in order to pull the save game off of the system and put it on a USB stick, you are going to need one of these bad boys. These I found work really well with the systems. They've got the perfect format that's needed to take the save off of the system and get it into your computer. So like this one is, sorry, I'm trying to focus here, 32 gigabytes. You're probably not going to fill up this whole thing. Also, I need to add that we are going to be doing this on the PS5. I don't have a PS4 anymore, so I will be able to, as you can see, I've got Kingdom Hearts 3 on there. Now, I bought the all-in-one package where it had the Kingdom Hearts 1, 1.8, or something like that. Hold on, let me... back over here. Sorry. Totally unprepared. You'd think I was a professional at this, right? Okay, so I ended up getting the 1.5, 2.5 mix, the 2.8 final chapter, and then the Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I don't know if final mix makes a difference. or not. I'm not 100% certain. But we do have Kingdom Hearts 3, and I have all the other ones. I just have to install them, but we're focusing on that one. So, now, everything I'm going to show you how to do is relatively pretty much the same on a PS4. Not quite to the letter, but it's pretty much the same. So, you're going to want to grab your little USB stick, and you're going to want to put it, find the hole here. There we go. So, you're going to want to plug it in there. Then, we are going to go up and over to our settings. For you, you might just have to push up on the analog stick, and it'll give you the list of everything, and you scroll over to your settings. Same thing. Go in. You're going to want to go all the way down to save data, game app settings. A symbol will look different, but it's basically your save game data itself. So you won't have this option. You're going to want to go down to saved data, and you're going to want to get into your console storage for your saved data. Then you're going to want to copy it to a USB drive. So then we take our Kingdom Hearts 3 file, and then you're going to want to copy it over. It's going to give you some time. Usually takes a couple of minutes. Every file is different. Some take longer, some take shorter. It's all the file size. Let's see if I can... There we go. Shit, sorry. I'm trying to do this with a flippin' pop socket. I don't have a tripod for this thing. I suck. But once that gets done copying, you're going to want to take your USB stick out of your system and bring it over to your computer, laptop, whatever you have your thing running on. Okay? And be right back, and I'll catch you on that one. So, our file is now done. We're going to go ahead back out of this screen. I've never had a problem with it, but usually after I get done copying something over, I usually back all the way out, kind of into the main dashboard. And then I turn right around, take the stick, and pull it out. Just like that. Then we make our way over to our laptop or our desktop with a said stick. In my case, I'm on a laptop, so we're going to go over there. I could put the program on my desktop, but it's a license. I only have the license to be able to use it once, and that's what I have. And I don't want to move it over to my desktop. So, gonna put a pause, gonna head over to the laptop, then we're gonna boot that up, and we're gonna show you how to go from there. Okay, guys, so we're at my little laptop here where I have the save wizard for the PS4. You're gonna take your little USB stick, and in my case, you're gonna want to jam it right in. If I can find the hole. That's what she said. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Okay. Get yourself plugged in. It'll do the whole little thing over here. I don't bother with it. I just close it out. You're going to open up your save wizard. Double click on that. It's going to load up. Now it's going to give you a list of the games. Of course, I have a bunch of other stuff on here. A bunch of different Final Fantasies. Now, as you can see down here, Kingdom Hearts. You want to double click on that. And kind of helps if you scroll down. And then it's going to show your save file. You want to double click on that. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay. Now, I've never done any save editing for this one in particular. This is the first time. I actually had to skip all the cutscenes in the game because I didn't want to ruin it because I haven't gotten to the third one yet. Now, it does have a little warning. It does say that the save game it's fairly large. Uploading it can initially take some time. Wi-Fi will make it a little bit slower. God, this thing will not focus. Wi-Fi is going to make it a little slower. My internet speed's pretty fast. It varies to person, but what you're going to want to do is once you start this, just let it go. Don't close it out. Just let it do its thing. Because I've noticed most of the time, if it gets stuck, and I'm using the air quotes when I say stuck, it does take a little bit of time. It might seem like it's taking forever, depending on your internet speed. I have AT&T fiber, so mine's a little bit quicker. Just let it do its thing, and then once it's done, you'll be able to take everything off, unplug the stick, bring it over, just because you don't want to corrupt the file, because if you corrupt the file, then you got to start the whole process all over again. So I'm going to let this do its thing, and then once this fills up, and my finger's all causing the thing to go out of focus, once it's done, then I'm going to show you the next step. Then that's when we're going to actually start putting on the actual cheats. Okay? While we're waiting for that to take its course and run its thing and upload and add the cheats on and whatnot, I just want to point out that some of the games that are on here do allow cheats for certain things. They don't unlock achievements for you. They do just make the game a little bit easier, which, some people, they work a lot of time and they can't grind and do all this stuff that they can normally do for certain games, so they want to make it a little bit easier, which I'm okay with. I'm, 50 plus hours at work a week, depending on the week. Sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's 50. You find it just hard to do all this stuff and get it all done. It does make it easier. But if you visit the website, which I'll have to add in the video for this one, I'll put all the information, their Facebook page, so on and so forth. It does take them a little bit to get to everything. They do a lot of their customer service online. I've had no problem with them whatsoever. The initial time when I bought the program, it did take a minute for them to actually send over the license keys, so that way I could actually install it and then verify that I'm the one that actually am the one that bought it. But yeah, no, it's got so much game, so many different stuff that they're adding. A lot of different games too. Like they have a bunch of indie games that they've done cheats on. Now I want to stress this enough because they get this on their Facebook page all the time. Sorry, like I said, I'm using a pop socket for this phone and I don't have a stand. So they get this all the time. If you have a specific game that you want to save cheat for, or you want to be able to edit the cheats for, they have a thing where you can request the particular game. So you're going through your list, you don't see your game. You want it. Like for a while there, I think they had like Tom Clancy Ghost Recon Wildlands. They didn't have anything for that. Actually, I don't even know if they still do. But you can request it by taking your save file, compressing it, putting it onto your computer, and sending an email with details of the save, like where you're at, different weapons, XP, stuff like that. Just you need to be very detailed when you send it to them. And you just send the save file over. And they will, hopefully, if they get enough people requesting it, they will actually make cheats for that game. A lot of it is what they call quick mode only. I think it's quick mode. Or quick menu only or something like that. But it's just where you're able to actually just slap the cheats on that they've already done. Now, there are ones where you can actually go more in depth and change different values if you know how to do that. But you run the risk of breaking your game. But that is just like, for me, it's just been easy. Like when I started doing Kingdom Hearts 1, which I still have to finish, it made blazing through it a lot easier. You do have to take into account with Kingdom Hearts, it does take the all items for the first one. In order to progress through the game, you have to pick up certain items. If you've already got it maxed, you can't pick it up, and you won't be able to progress in the game. So that took a minute for me to figure that out, so I could actually redo and remess with the cheats to where you only have half as much, or certain items you sell so you can actually make room for more. But yeah, let's go check in on that save and see if it's done yet. So yeah, it is quick mode. That entire time I was doing that segment, I had the save doing its thing in the background. And as you can tell, it's about halfway done. A little over halfway. So once this finishes, we will take out the memory stick. And be sure to, now I won't do it, like actually do it, but you'll want to click on this. Make sure to right click and hit eject whatever this drive will be. Whatever it's called, whatever it is, make sure you don't have anything else hooked up to it so you don't accidentally eject that one. But always make sure to eject your USB drives before removing them. I can't count how many times I just willy-nilly pulled this out, giggity, and ended up corrupting my save file and completely wiping the stick as well, because it made it to where there was a problem and I had to repair and wipe the drive and format it all over again. So always eject it so that way you can save that from happening to you. So let's wait, and once this finishes, we'll kick off back over to the computer. Or no, back over to the system. Okay guys, now we're back. The save finally uploaded. Now we're able to edit all the good stuff over here. So one of the things I wanted to point out with this is there are going to be some saves that conflict. Like I said earlier, when I was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, I found out that when I gave myself all items, I couldn't pick certain things up to progress in the quest because it said there was no room. I already had max of that item. So I had to figure out a way to fix that. So I don't know if this is going to have the same effect. So like for me, all I do when I add these saves, so we're going to add the max money, materials in the workshop, just for fun, we're just going to do max XP. We could go through all the other characters. This particularly says that it has no HP or MP change. So your XP is going to be max, but I don't know if that affects levels. So just to be on the safe side, let's go through. This is the first time I've ever done Kingdom Hearts 3, so bear with me. Actually, you know what? Just to be safe, let's not do any of that. We'll just keep the max money, max materials. We won't mess with any of the characters. You can have max of certain items. So like for instance, I'm going to give myself max materials, food, consumables. These I'm going to leave just because I don't want to... Actually, wait, no. You know what? Screw it. Let's go balls to the wall here. All weapons. Now there's a specific thing that says here to unequip DLC weapons before using the cheat below. Once applied, you will need to re-equip your weapon again. So, I don't know if this commenter has DLC weapons equipped. Honestly, I don't even know if there's certain cheats that he is using that aren't working. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through that. We're going to add this stuff on. And then we're going to see what worked and what didn't. So let's have all the weapons for Donald, Goofy, and Sora. For the gummy, max gummy ship XP. Have all gummy blocks. Have all gummy skins and stickers. Then we'll do... That's weird. Why do I have 2? Well, that might explain why they're not working. I'm actually learning about this stuff as I'm doing it, so bear with me. So if you did this one, maybe that's the reason why it's not working and it's not adding it on. But to be safe, I mean, if you don't know exactly what save file it is that you're working on, do this. Let's just go ahead, go over the items. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do the weapons. I mean, it's not really going to hurt anything, I don't think. As long as the game doesn't blow up, I think we'll be fine. So, these are all the cheats that I have. They're already selected. They're already on. Now you're going to want to go down here, click Apply, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to apply the cheats. It's going to make a backup of the save just in case. But once that's all done, and it's done doing its thing, adding the cheats, you'll get a confirmation, and I'll show you that when we get to it. Save on the selected USB drive is about to be overwritten. Once completed, this cannot be undone. You want to go yes. Now it's going to do its thing, and we'll come back once it's done. And now we're back. It says cheats successfully applied. So, what you're going to want to do, hit OK. Close your program out. Go down, like I said before. Right click, eject cruiser, or eject your USB drive. Give it a second. When you no longer see lights blinking on this, then you're good. So let's go ahead, yank that puppy, and I'll meet you guys back over at the system. So, now that we're back at our system, you're going to take your little USB dangly donger, shove that bad boy in your USB slot. Should be blinking? Yep, should be blinking. So, now you're just going to want to reverse the steps. Go over to your settings. Well, kind of reverse the steps. Go back into your PS4 save data, but except this time you're going to want to go to your USB drive. And then you're going to want to copy it to your console storage. And it'll give you a list. It'll probably take a second. Just like everything. Takes forever. There we go. So, in this case, I actually edited 2 saves earlier, so we're going to throw this one and this one, but the main one we're focusing on is just Kingdom Hearts. But you're going to want to make sure to go over, copy that bad boy, and now it's going to ask you, do you want to overwrite it? So you're basically, do you want to take the USB drive save and overwrite your console storage? I don't know if you have the option to say apply to all, but since I have the 2, I'm going to say yes because that's what I'm doing. But you're going to want to say yes to overwrite it. It'll take a second, roughly 27 seconds from what it says. And we're just going to let it do its thing. If the other one takes longer, I'm going to laugh. And nope, that was it for all of them. Okay, cool. So now that we're done, I will actually do this in one cut so you guys see it. I'm going to go back over to Kingdom Hearts. Let the game load. Try to see if I can get as much of this as possible. Sorry for the TV wiggles. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. All right. Come on. Here we go. Checking save data. We'll skip that. Come on. I don't want anything ruined. There we go. So, in this case, we'll go to continue. This might take a minute. I mean, the load times on the PS5 are pretty quick. So, but I'm also loading off of that hard drive right there. pretty much all the games that are PS4 get loaded on the hard drive, and I keep my PS5 games on the system because they don't have USB support yet. And until then, by the way, that thing is actually getting an upgrade. That's about a 1 terabyte hard drive. Right now, there is a 4 terabyte external hard drive I can buy, and it's like $100. So I'm going to probably end up getting that relatively soon. So, as you can see, we loaded right back where we left off. MP's a little off the charts there. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the start menu. All the stats are pretty much the same. Let's go into items. Try equipping your new Keyblade. That's not what I wanted. So as you can see, that's all the items. Now it says for the max it's only 89. I don't know if that's a coding thing where that is the max amount, because I know usually with most games it's always been like 99. But as you can see, bunch of Keyblades. Like literally everything. So that's done. I don't know. I think that was it. Oh, as you can see, money too. I just remembered. We did max money too. I don't have access to the other stuff because, like I said, this is just starting. Like, I just started. Switching Keyblades. Yeah. Apparently, I get 3 different ones. Yeah, let's throw on Ultimate Weapon. But yeah, no. So that's pretty much how it goes. I don't know what troubles this YouTuber that commented is having, but because it has those 2 separate files, do the exact same cheats to both. See if that works. If it doesn't, if it's possibly something related with the code, maybe it's regional. I don't know. But if all else fails, I mean, reach out to Save Wizards customer support. Let them know exactly, what the problems are, what you're exactly having issues with. And they respond pretty quickly. You don't really have to worry about, them belittling you or being like, oh, why are you calling me? Why this is so easy? They will walk you through it. But that is it for this video. Let me... Okay, this thing is... Shoot. Can I not flip this around? What the... Anyway, that's it from this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.